You give me a thumbs up, and then it was. Hello and welcome to Nintendo Pals Podcast, your weekly dive into all things Nintendo with a couple of pals. Tonight, it's Gnomes versus Knights, Nintendo Edition. It's an AI battle. What will happen? Only we can find out. And we're going to be talking the latest in Nintendo news, including games dropping soon and games we are playing. Micah, are you ready to jump into this episode? As in, more ready than my intro was ready to go, because I clearly was not ready for this intro.
Yep.
Greetings, fellow Nintendo pals. My name is Andros, and I am one of the hosts of the Nintendo Pals podcast, the show all about Nintendo and friendship. Speaking of friendship, I am joined by my co-host, as I am joined each and every week by my co-host, and that is Micah.
Yep.
And Micah, I have to ask, how the heck are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Well, that's great. Good news to hear that you're doing pretty good. Because, I mean, honestly, you could be doing bad. And
Could be.
would you say that if you were?
Probably not.
Wow. So now you know, everybody, that
You'll never know.
He may have been doing bad, and we'll never know. We'll never know. But speaking of things we do know that we are trying to take over the world of Nintendo podcasts. That's right. Leaving us a 5-star review on your podcast listening app of choice helps us to conquer the world of podcasting. And we appreciate and shout out everybody that does that. We did not get any new 5-star reviews on Apple this week. However, in perhaps the craziest news of all, we received another 5-star review on Spotify. That's right. The total has now gone to 88, I think is where it's sitting. That may...
Sounds like that's what you said last week.
Did I say 88 last week? Never mind. Then
Maybe.
I'm just shouting out the same person again. 5-star reviews. We need more. We need more to shout out. So hit us up with a 5-star review on your podcast listening app of choice. That is Spotify, Apple, Podchaser, Audible. Those are 4 places I know you can leave a 5-star review. Other places we're not checking, so hopefully those are hopefully people will let us know if there's 5-star reviews elsewhere that they would like to be shouted out. We will shout you out at the start of the episode. But with that, I think our housekeeping stuff is out of the way. Nope, I got one more thing. Micah. An announcement for me, and a little bit for you. I have a event coming up, and that is Andros August. For the entire month of August, I will be streaming over on twitch.tv/Andros1. The stream will start August 1st and will not end until August 31st at midnight. The stream will be continuously going. I will not be there that entire time, for I have a job and a life and things that I have to do. If I could be there the whole time, that would be awesome. But I will be streaming. I will be present on stream 8 p.m. to 12 Eastern every day. And for the rest of the time, there will be Twitch chat plays, some other things going on, but the stream will go on for the entire month. So come tune in, twitch.tv/Andros1 for Andros August. And also, as part of that event, we are going to be doing a charity event And more details will come on that as we square away that. Sweet. With that being said, Mike, I think we're ready to jump into the first segment of our show. Let's talk some what you playing? Micah, what have you been playing lately?
Well, I've been playing a lot of Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope.
So you picked it up. Did you get it on the sale?
No. They have a sweet game trial going on.
Oh, you're playing for free.
That's
Woo!
right.
Yeah. Woo, woo.
I got 2 days left to beat the last world and a half, I think, out of like 5 or something.
Are you
So
gonna do it? Are you
might be
going to?
kind of close.
Are you gonna
Oh,
beat the
definitely.
game in the game trial? That's sick.
Absolutely.
This is the greatest.
I did it with Captain Toad, and I'm doing it with this too.
Let's go. What a legend. Micah is a legend in the game. It's what we all dream we could do.
Yeah, the problem is, I mean, it's pretty good, and I do kind of want to play the DLC, but that's like the most expensive part of getting the game. Plus, I'd have to actually buy the game, the base game, which I'd already beaten at this point.
So you've
we'll
ruined it.
see.
You've ruined it. You're never gonna get the DLC, is what I'm hearing.
There's a chance, but you could get the DLC
because I have the game,
and then I could play it somehow.
Yeah. Yeah, somehow. This week has been a light one for me. I didn't play much of any games except for Tears of the Kingdom. The Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom. And I was speedrunning. Emphasis on the running, not so emphasis on the speed. Completing every sign in the game. And for those that haven't played Tears of the Kingdom, there's like a little mini side quest where you can fix Hudson signs, and you got to use your fuse abilities, your that thing, the arm ability.
How many hours have you played this game?
What's it called? I don't. It's called.
I don't know. I don't know if I should tell you.
Oh, the Ultra Hand. I'm so dumb. Yeah, Ultra Hand ability to.
Don't put that in chat.
Nope. No, I just remembered because I'm like, it was something really
it's been like
and obvious.
500 hours, and you can't remember the ability you use most in that game.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. So yeah, that's been fun. And then I also dabbled a little bit in Pokemon Go. It's been a bit. I fired up the game. My coworker said, "We need you for this raid," and I was like, "Why?" And he's like, "Because." And I joined, and it's a 1-star raid. He's like, "But you get a free Ultra Beast if you do, because there's an event going on right now, and if you complete raids, you get free Ultra Beasts."
That sounds cool.
So I got this one that I hadn't seen before that looks like a clown, kind of. Just fire it up. Title. I'm like, I don't know if this is a Pokemon. I don't know about that.
It's
but Ultra
not
Beasts,
a Pokemon.
the Ultra Beasts
the
are
whole
all
point.
Yeah, the Ultra Beasts are all kind of weird.
They're weird, yeah.
Except for Buzzswole. Buzzswole's great, and Buzzswole should be a Pokemon.
I will admit, Buzzswole is great. Yeah, you have an hour and 57 minutes left of this event. If we're just learning about it now live.
Dang it. I'm too far from any going things. Yeah, so that Pokemon that I caught is called Blacephalon. Blacephalon? Blackafaloon. It's a clown.
There's no way that's how that's pronounced. I kind of feel like, yeah, that is a weird clown looking thing.
Yeah. Fire Ghost. You want to hear a funny story about how we caught them? I don't care. I'm going to tell it anyway.
Actually, no, I don't. I don't care to hear your funny stories.
So we did the raid for this guy. There's an Ultra Beast raid today, and we we defeat it, and then we go to catch it, and it is not having it. We were supposed to get like guaranteed beast balls, which make the catches easier, but we didn't get that. It was just regular premier balls. Something broke, so that's
Bummer.
lovely Niantic game development right there. And so we are we're throwing balls at it, and all of us are getting down to single digits with the remaining Pokeballs we can use. And my coworker goes, I don't even want it anymore. I don't even want it. And then he caught it immediately after saying that. He's like, wow, I can't believe I caught it. And so then I went,
and then because he didn't want it, he gave it away, right? He released it.
Then I was like, yeah, I don't even want it. And I threw a ball and I caught it. And you think, that's crazy. That's crazy that happened twice. The third person in the raid said, I don't want it, and caught it immediately after. And then to top it all off, the free Ultra Beast I got was another one of those. And so attempt number 4, first ball I throw, I go, I don't even want this. And wouldn't you know it, I caught it. 4 in a row of saying, we don't even want it. And then it immediately.
You think this is coincidence, but this is just proof that Niantic is always listening.
Yeah, they have programmed into the game to hear when you don't want something, they give it to you. They know.
And if you want something, you're not gonna get it.
Yeah, so don't say you want it. This is like,
don't let them know.
You've heard the like rumors like, oh, you got to hit the B button at the right time.
Hold down B.
Yeah, like release at the same time to perfect the catch, which is never true, but that should be a mechanic. That's awesome. Like perfect timing catches, like a Paper Mario move. But this is the new that for me. I'm just gonna say that every time I throw a Pokeball. Like, I don't even want
it every time. You should do a Pokemon catching stream at some point soon.
And do that every time. So, I don't even want it.
I'll make sure to remind you every single time.
Sweet. That's all I've been playing. I don't have anything else I want to highlight that I've been playing this week. Well, I did play a little bit of the Wii U.
Nice.
One of the greatest consoles to ever exist. I unironically say that, okay? People will be like, the Wii U sucks. I'm like, no.
Nah, the Wii U is great.
My son wanted to play Wii Fit U, which is a weird title for a game. Wii Fit U. It's like, is it a game where we tailor someone's suit? We will fit you. We put this fit on you. But it has a mini game where you jump on a trampoline and you just try and get as high as you can. And my son was struggling with it, so I was like, "Let me show you how it's done, son." And then I first tried.
And you broke your ankle.
Died. Yeah.
The only thing that would have made this story.
Well, better. He didn't understand even after I explained it to him that you got to center. It's one of those games where you got like the red dot and you got to make it center, or you're going to be off balance. You're not going to have as much power to your jumps. So, yeah, I did it, and I did not break my record, but I got pretty close. So, Andros August may be seeing a Wii Fit return. I may be coming back to that to play some games, to get fit, to get swole, to get absolutely ripped using Nintendo.
You should do before and after pictures for the month.
That would actually be pretty funny, and I might do that. Yeah. I'll have to like make myself like extra, like they do. They bend over in the first picture.
They're slouched a little bit.
They're like
pot belly kind of thing going.
Yeah.
This
is what
make sure to take the picture from slightly below.
Yeah. this is what I look like now. And then they always are. Yeah, they're always like postured way better, which automatically makes things better. But yeah, I am planning on doing, as part of Andros August, I'm planning on doing, I would like to do daily workout on stream as well. Since the stream will be on, I'll just pop in the morning and before heading off to work, throw in a quick workout. It's my plan, my goal. Anywho,
Nice.
yeah, I'll see you back here in a month and 2 months, I guess, because we're at the beginning-ish of July. Month and a half.
Like
I'll be
3 days from like
ripped.
halfway.
Yeah, I'll be ripped in a month and a half. Easy. Because that's how long it takes to get absolutely ripped.
Oh yeah, that's what I hear all the time.
That's all you need.
I've heard it's actually very easy to do.
Yeah. All right. Well, speaking of easy to do, let's move to the next segment of our show. Let's talk some Nintendo news. First up, there's this weird, creepy trailer that dropped for, it was called Emio, and I'm scrolling through our Discord now and realizing I want to give a formal apology to Monkey Thunder for not scrolling up 3 posts, because I posted it after he did. He's always there first. But Nintendo just posted this. It's a creepy trailer for something. That's his post, his words. And in it, we see just a short little like horror looking thing. There's a guy with a
It's like
bag.
a dude with a bag on his head.
He's wearing a trench coat, and the bag has a smiley face on it. It's kind of like a creepier Marshmello, Marshmello the musical artist.
Oh yeah,
That's the look.
maybe it's a musical game.
Yeah, maybe it's not even a horror game. It's just an announcement that Marshmello is doing a music video on. Yeah. What did you watch that? What do you make of it, Micah?
I mean, it's a dude standing there with a bag on his head for like 5 seconds.
It's very
It's
odd.
not a whole lot to it. Yeah.
It's very odd as far as a Nintendo post on YouTube goes. It just has like one word for the title, nothing in the description. It seems like they are really teasing something. It's very much a tease.
Very mysterious.
And it lends itself to making it seem like it's probably a first party something. And it's been a hot minute since Nintendo made a horror game of any type, except for maybe Luigi's Mansion. But I don't know if that's really considered.
That doesn't count.
Eternal Darkness is the last notable one I can think of, and I think that was a GameCube title. So maybe it's a sequel to Eternal Darkness. That would be cool. But it kind of seems like it's its own thing. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on it. It'll probably get. I mean, October's the time to release something like that, right?
Oh, for sure.
Maybe that's when we'll hear more about it leading up to October. What else we got in the news, Micah?
Oh, so much. The Switch is now the oldest lifespan-wise console Nintendo has had.
Oh, yeah.
Passing what was the previous, I guess, was actually just the NES.
Wait, NES to SNES? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was 7 years, weird. 129 days.
Just passed it. Yeah. So this will be the longest console lifespan they've had if they are releasing the next system next year. It's just what they said. They said what they were going to do, and they did it. It's cool stuff.
Yep.
Cool stuff. I also want to shout out this post here from Monkey Thunder, who posted from the Nintendo official store, Japan exclusive Nintendo ties. And these are classy freaking ties. Let me tell you, they are neckties. Just a, not a railroad tie,
Zip ties.
not a zip tie, a necktie. One of them is a like checkered pattern with stripes, and then each of the boxes has like little symbols. So it'll be like the Triforce question block,
Pikmin.
Pikmin, and
Why do they have two question blocks right next to each other in that picture? That feels odd.
yeah, I don't know. And then the other one, which is the one I like more, is it's a red tie with sort of embroidered outlines of characters. And it's just a bunch of Nintendo characters. And you can see Link, Mario,
Some Pikmin.
Animal Crossing. I think that's an Inkling. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
But it looks really
I don't know
cool.
what that one is.
It looks really cool, and I really like that tie. I want it. I want it. That's me. That's what I have to say about that. Next news item, Micah. Do you want me to like? I notice there's usually a little bit of a hesitation while you wait for me to end. So should I be like
over,
done, and then you can go immediately after that.
Well, just do some finger snapping and pointing. I'll know it's my turn.
I can do that for you. Yeah, sure.
Also, that time I paused because I was just yawning.
Yeah.
But there's Target has a pretty fancy sale. Which I don't actually know when this actually starts. I still don't know when it starts. It goes live at some point, apparently. Maybe right now, it appears. But you can get some first-party Nintendo games for just $35.
I don't know where you're even looking. I don't even see the news item.
What? Well, they got Kirby and the Forgotten Land, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe Nintendo Switch, The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Splatoon 3, Pikmin 4, Mario Odyssey, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze, Yoshi's Crafted World, and my personal favorite, Fae Farm.
Feels a little out of place, but yeah, cool. Neat.
That's about as low as you'll ever see most of these games.
Yeah.
I'm not quite so sure about Fae Farm.
Yeah. And then we got new trailer for Nintendo World Championships NES Edition, which drops this coming Friday, I think. Nintendo World Championships NES Edition will be available July 18th. Oh, so Thursday, actually. So I am planning on picking this one up. I'll probably pick it up digitally because it is significantly cheaper. I don't know if they're selling physicals that aren't the special edition of it. So I don't really care for all the goodie box stuff. I mean, it's cool if you like it, but I don't want to pay an extra $30 for it.
Yeah, it's not that cool.
Yeah. That's all I have to say.
Huh. Looks like there's
What? What's happening? Are you okay?
Best Buy has the Nintendo Switch Lite Hyrule Edition with a bonus Nintendo Switch Online Plus expansion pack. But
pre-orders for that went up. I imagine they're gone.
I was like, yeah, I mean, it still says you can hit pre-order, but I don't know how much I trust that.
All right.
Also, it's
So
$210. What? That doesn't. That seems too cheap.
oh, that's right. This is a Switch Lite.
Switch Lite's only like 200.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yep. Switch Lite is $200 for the gold Nintendo Switch. So that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat.
Plus some online expansion stuff. Apparently,
I guess it just comes with
I don't know.
the 12-month membership or something like that.
Yeah, I was trying to see how long it said, but no such luck. Oh, how long? Oh, no answers. Yep, makes sense.
Well, you can pre-order that, but right now, since we're talking about, oh man, I had a good transition and I couldn't make it. Nintendo Switch Online. You were saying, wow, this comes with Nintendo Switch Online. Well, guess what's on Nintendo Switch Online? Dropping Shadow Drop. It's the legendary Starfy. Starfy 1, Starfy 2, and Starfy 3. All available on the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pack. They're Game Boy Advance exclusive games. So, if you've ever wanted to try Starfy, you know that guy from the assist trophy. It's Smash
really
Bros.
Great one that just spins around.
Yeah, it's kind of
lightly tapping people.
It's kind of Kirby-esque. I liked it when I played it, but I think I played one on the DS. I didn't know there were ones on the Game Boy Advance. Yeah. That's all for that.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of all for that, people aren't too happy with Nintendo's crediting practices of external translators. Apparently, not being credited in games.
Yeah, we've got an article here from GameDeveloper.com. Nintendo's systemic policy of miscrediting is harming external translators. And it says Nintendo has failed to credit external translators who worked on major first-party titles, including Tears of the Kingdom, Animal Crossing, and Super Mario RPG. Multiple sources who chose to remain anonymous for fear of reprisal have told game developer how Nintendo repeatedly failed to credit them for their work on a litany of critically acclaimed titles, despite them spending months translating each project for audiences around the world. One source who previously worked at Nintendo before becoming a freelance translator said they were always credited as an in-house employee, but noted that wasn't necessarily the case for other departments. So they noticed it because they were credited prior to leaving the company to be freelance, and then they're not credited anymore. So my guy, how do you feel about this? What are your thoughts here?
It seems weird that they wouldn't credit them.
Doesn't it seem like it's kind of easy, right? Like
it's not just too much effort to write in a few more names.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just adding names to the scrolling names list. I don't know. It just feels like why not? But I also so this is my opinion. And I shared this on Discord as well. But I was like, I think it's dumb and they should do it. But I also feel like people maybe blow up the issue on in media. They'll be like, "Whoa, this is absolutely unacceptable," and I don't know if it's that big of a deal. If that makes any sense.
Sounds like you hate external translators.
No. No, but I mean, if I was in this position and I worked months on a game and then I wasn't in the credits, I'd be bummed. I wouldn't be happy with that. Especially since it's just so easy to write the name on there and get some recognition for hard work you're doing. So I think, yeah, I think that's lame. There was the
Metroid
ha-
Prime Remaster.
yeah, Metroid Prime Remaster. There was people upset about that. It's like you didn't credit any of the original creators. Well, they did some, but not all. And it's like, oh, yeah. I think Nintendo could avoid just messy PR by just doing it. Like, it can't be that hard. They're like, we can only go as long as the song for the credits.
Yeah, we gotta cut
goes.
down names.
So we got to cut down names to fit the song. I don't know. That's just where I'm at with it. I think it's dumb and they should do it, but I also don't think it's that big of a deal.
Mm.
Yeah. How you feel?
I think they should do it.
Easy, uncancelable opinion.
Exactly.
We like it. We like that here. That's about all we got to talk about for news. So with that, let's head out of the realm of news and into the realm of the rumor mill. The rumor mill. Okay, yeah, perfect. There was a rumor circulating about that Bloober team was doing MEO, but that was not actually the case. And so that's all we got to talk about in the rumor. This rumor happened and was disproven. And that's it. So with that, let's jump out of the rumor mill and into the community corner. Which one's first? Micah, do we have any questions in the community corner?
I think we have like 40 questions in there.
Do we?
No, we have none.
No. Egad. Why? If you're out there listening and would like us to answer your question in our Discord, links to that are usually in the episode of description. And there is now officially a comment section on Spotify, so you can leave comments. Midna has something to say.
Good meow.
What do you have to say? Now she won't do it. Oh,
Oh, she just did it.
What is wrong? I don't know what she's doing. She wants something. Who knows? She's just gonna sit here and look at me. So we have a question over on Spotify with the new comment section. It's from Cockapoo. It says, since we didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. This isn't. Wait, what? This is my question. Never mind. We don't have a question from Cockapoo. Sorry, Cockapoo. But we appreciate you leaving comments over on Spotify. They changed the format, so it says their answer, and then it says in response to the Q&A. Boop. I'm like, I just read that. It's all looks like one comment block. Not great. Not a great format. Spotify still trying to figure things out. That's what we have. And with that, I guess we'll move into last week we asked you. All right. Micah, I'm gonna level with you. I have no recollection of what we asked last week. None. None at all. It's completely lost.
I definitely remember. It involves crossovers.
No, that was the week before. But the
We did get one new one for that.
yes, last week we asked you. We asked for you to pitch your idea for a Nintendo crossover game. And presto, from off the wah, a late comer to the discussion pitched a Pikmin cross Sonic game. That's all. And I like where this is at. Like it's Sonic speed, but you have just a million guys following you. Isn't that just Sonic Colors? Or like there's a game where you like collect little guys. There's a lot of Sonic games where you collect little guys, actually.
It's called the Chow or something.
Yeah, Chow Garden
Hello?
is a feature in one of them, but I don't remember.
Like Sonic Adventures.
Listen, I didn't play
Chow
Sonic
Garden.
games. I'm just going off of what I've heard. I haven't played any Sonic games except for the originals.
The first 3?
First 2. Sonic 3.
You at least beat them, right?
No. I'm not going to give Sonic that sort of satisfaction from me.
I think
Mario all the way.
I think maybe you just couldn't do it. I mean, we've all seen how you struggled with Plock. Now, if you had to play a game, an actually challenging game, I don't know.
Listen,
it might break you.
Sonic is a game that I just didn't have, so I couldn't play it. You are right. I couldn't do it because I didn't have it, but I have it now. I've played it on NSO. It's on NSO, right?
I was like, which ones?
I think it's the first one. Oh, and I had I'm remembering where I actually played it. It was on the Game Boy Advance.
Gross. Small screen.
Yeah.
You had the big screen for Sonic game.
Yeah, you're 100% right. So there you go. So our next question, which I am going to post right now.
I seem to remember us being very impressed with the question too. Like it was really good. But neither of us can remember what it was. So I guess it probably wasn't that good.
Yeah, it probably wasn't that good. Next week's question. Pitch. No, we did a pitcher ideas already, like this last time. So I had one off rip, but I'm like, no, I'm not. Let's not do that. Let's instead do a show and tell, but mostly a tell because this is a podcast. Tell us about the coolest Nintendo item you own. Could be a special edition of a console, could be a cool merchandise thing, could be a collector's edition. Tell us about the coolest Nintendo item you own. And with that, I think I think that's our next week's question. So, Micah, I think we can jump into the next segment, right? Am I
Think
missing
so?
anything?
Probably not.
All right. So
Can you remember what it's called?
it's time for the pal topic. Why do I say? Can I level with you once again, Micah? The reason I am struggling so much is because I have been suddenly hit with a very bad urge to use the restroom.
Hmm.
So
But you're gonna hold it.
I'm distracted. Yes, yes. I'm like, can I? This is the thought process going through my mind. Can I? Yes, I can.
That's the wrong. Yeah. There's no try, only do.
Can I do? And then you're like, what's the name of the next segment? I'm like, bathroom. No,
Okay.
we're doing the pal topic, and the pal topic this week is knights versus gnomes. And Micah, I know we originally were gonna do this as like a you versus me competition, but I
Mm,
think this needs
mhm,
to
mhm.
be a you and me both come up with a fair fight between both sides.
Mm, mm,
I want this to be equal footing. I think that would be the most fun.
mm,
What
mhm.
say you to this plan?
I think you're just proposing that idea because you have the gnome team.
Well,
The gnomes are a bunch of weaklings.
well. Let me. I'll give my justification here. The justification is I don't want to have to justify gnome pitches to you, like, oh, this counts as a gnome, because there is no true gnomes in Nintendo that I can think of.
Mm,
The Picori, but
those are kind of like gnomes.
they're kind of like
You
gnomes, but
could
they're
be
not really.
Pikmin, kind of like gnomes.
Pikmin are kind of like gnomes. Yeah. And then the
Or
other
just
thing
have
I
your
thought,
army of like super miniature dudes.
that's the thing. The other thing I thought is like, well, in most of these cases that of things I was thinking Goomba, I was thinking Toad, I was thinking Picori.
All the background characters.
Um, they aren't really, and this is true to gnomes as well. The strength is in the numbers, not necessarily the individual gnomes. So I think, to be fair,
Mm,
you'll need like multiples. And that's why I was like, well, this is no longer going to be a very good me versus you. I think we just need to come up with like, we need to, as a team.
I mean, you could go with the ice climbers.
Are they
And then
gnomes?
you're like
I think
guaranteed a
they're
win.
just children.
Yeah. Gnome shaped.
They kind of are gnome shaped, but so and this way we can pitch together ideas for knights as well.
Okay, okay.
So
I even had the perfect first pick, which was I was going to go with Meta Knight as my first one
I was
because
going to
that could
pitch Meta
also
Knight.
be a gnome because he's real
Um,
short.
I
And I
have
knew
here
maybe
the
you would want
reason
him.
I have here a gnome, and that was what inspired this idea. But also, for those that are like, why are they doing knights versus gnomes AI? Well, last week on TikTok, a trend started where people were picking sides in the gnomes versus knights war, and that trend is still kind of ongoing a little bit. But there's a king wizard gnome, and there is a king knight, and they are keeping things. They're keeping things going with the fight for the fight for the forest. And neither side's really bad or good. It's just kind of like different sides. So, with that in mind, Micah, who should we have be who should we have be our team of knights? And how should we make this a fair fight?
Hmm, that's a
I'm
good question.
yeah, I'm kind so here's who I have right off the bat for knights. we've got Link.
Oh, for sure.
We got Meta Knight. And then we've got
every Fire Emblem character.
Well, not every Fire Emblem character, right?
Yeah, I guess not quite every.
Because they're not all knights, but some of them are. So maybe we just pick like one or two. We could do like Roy. Marth. Marth is
Ike.
No, Ike is not a knight.
He's kind of a knight.
No,
he has a sword.
He's a what are those people for hire called?
A mercenary?
He's a mercenary, yeah.
Those could be knights.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not armored. Kind of armored.
You don't need armor with a sword like that.
I think Marth qualifies more as a knight.
Yeah, maybe Roy. I feel like might be the most
knight-like.
I think he has the most armor, at least the most stand-outing armor. What does Marth look like? Marth also has some decent armor. It's not as brightly colored, so I don't remember it as much.
Are there any other knights that would be?
I mean, you could argue that Bowser is almost a knight. He's got a big old shell. It's armor.
No. No. But he does. He does have the armored knight guards, the Koopas that are armored, that are just straight up wearing armor.
I mean, I figured that was kind of close enough since for gnomes we're planning on just choosing people that are short, which doesn't necessarily make you a gnome either.
Well, okay, so here's the thing. There are different factions that have joined different sides in the war on TikTok, and we talked about this last week on our Nintendo Pals Plus episode. So everybody should check out Nintendo Pals Plus. We're on Patreon, patreon.com/Nintendo Pals. $1 gets you access to that. I'm so good at plugging things.
It's very natural.
The gnomes have the aid of a lot of the forest and mythical creatures. I think they got mermaids, giants, or trolls. Trolls. Saw a troll joined the gnomes. The wizards are neutral
characters that fit that.
Wario's kind of a troll, kind of a gnome. He wears pointy shoes.
I don't know. True. That's probably Tingle.
Tingle.
Kind of like
Tingle's kind of gnome-like. Who else was on the gnome side? There's the mice. The mice people. The cat people. And then the knights teamed up with dragons. And yeah. The more I talk about this, the more I'm like, I don't know how we're going to make this fair. So what if we just have ChatGPT do it for us?
Just choose the most knight-like and gnome-like Nintendo characters?
Yeah.
You know what? I like that plan.
Okay.
And not only because I'm lazy and don't want to think.
But because this is the most fair way to determine who would win.
Definitely.
Okay.
ChatGPT knows all.
So how should we phrase this? I'm saying like we are doing a hypothetical battle scenario, and we need your help to generate a story. A story and results of the battle using. I don't want to die. Just don't turn around. Using
Throw in at least once per episode.
Using your vast knowledge.
Yeah, compliment it. Butter it up.
The battle will be between
Night like
knights versus gnomes. But with a twist. Nintendo characters and IP fill both sides of the battle. Pick the most knight-like.
maybe we should have asked it to make the two teams first.
Yeah,
And then
well,
explain the battle.
well, I'm too far
I
in.
don't know if we're gonna overwhelm ChatGPT with this question.
Oh, we're fine. Pick the most knight-like characters to be part of the knights, or to.
Are we gonna put a limit like 5-on-5 or something, or
No.
this? I hope it's like 1,000.
Yeah.
1,000 characters.
Pick gnome-like characters. Gnome-like. It's a new genre of video game. It's the first gnome-like game.
It's a gnome-like.
Just to
Very interested to see who's gonna be on which team.
Okay, for the scenario, describe. Actually, for the scenario, tell a story. Describes the battle. And pick one side to be the winner. Okay, we'll see what we get
There we go.
With this beautiful prompt. Are you ready, Micah?
Oh, I was born ready.
Oh, it's listing out the team. So first up, we have the Knight team. Link from The Legend of Zelda. The quintessential knight, armed with the Master Sword and Hylian Shield. Number 2, Ike from Fire Emblem. A mighty warrior. A mighty warrior. Wielding the powerful two-handed sword Ragnell. Is that actually what his sword's?
Of course.
Just make that up.
Do you think ChatGPT would lie about something like that?
Third is Marth, a noble swordsman with the legendary blade, the Falchion.
Yeah, actually not quite sure how that's pronounced.
I don't know how to pronounce that. And then 4 is Meta Knight from Kirby, a masked swordsman with a strong sense of honor, wielding the sword Galaxia. Crom from Fire Emblem. It's like half the roster's Fire Emblem characters.
4 of the 6 are Fire Emblem. I told you. I told you.
A prince and a skilled fighter, and he fights with Falchion as well because this game takes place. And then Lucina, a future warrior, and Marth's descendant, also wielding Falchion. How are there 3 of them?
All using the same sword. They hold it together.
Okay, here we go. Can you read off the gnome team for us, Micah?
Yeah, I really like how some of these are phrased. We got Toad, the small but brave mushroom retainer. Toadette, Toad's adventurous and equally brave companion. Then we got Pikmin, small plant-like creatures with various abilities, led by Captain Olimar. I'm going to read these a little out of the order compared to what they said, because we also have Olimar,
yeah,
small and strategic leader of the Pikmin, and guiding them in battle.
I guess Olimar's kind of gnome-like.
Yeah. And then we got Kirby, although typically a hero.
Oh, shoot.
Kirby's small size and versatile abilities make him a fitting gnome-like.
Wait. This is sort of pitting the gnomes as bad. So
definitely.
So should I go back and re-prompt it?
I don't want to do that.
That's not that hard. That's not that hard to do.
But it could change everything.
Well, I should have put in that we need to make the fight fair. I didn't even think about that. Because this is already, I mean, based off of the people we've chosen, this is not a fair fight, even a little bit. Okay,
Well, let me finish. The last was Chibi Robo, a small robot with a big heart armed with a plug and a toothbrush.
Neither gnomes or knights are good or evil. They are fighting for a cause they believe in.
Just like Ganondorf is fighting for a cause he believes in.
Knights to protect knights for honor, gnomes to protect their home, the forest.
Yeah.
Okay.
In this
the battle
prelude.
takes place in the forest. Please make the sides even. And I'll even prompt it a little bit here. That may mean there's more gnomes than knights, since their strength is in numbers.
I mean, but they also have the home field advantage.
Yeah, we just want the fight to be even and fair. Okay, let's try this again.
Like how the original, you mentioned how the valiant knights, guardians of order and justice, and the cunning gnomes.
Yeah, it definitely. I mean, in the actual TikTok trend, it definitely seems like the knights are more villainous since they are attacking the gnomes in the forest.
What?
And they're setting traps
the
for them.
gnomes
It's pretty fun.
struck first.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Or is it? Because it's disputed what actually started the war.
I mean,
but that's what
obviously
we
it was
believe.
the gnomes.
Yeah, based off of King Crawley, the gnome, and the fact that he runs into stores and I don't know if harass the employees is really necessarily true. He just runs into places he's not supposed to be, like behind the counter, and then he's like, and then he leaves. So I guess the gnomes, the gnomes, the king gnome has just been maybe a little annoying, maybe, and the knights don't like that very much.
Understandable.
All right. Okay, so now we have the battle of honor and home. Knights versus gnomes. That's the title of this of this story, and we have the factions, which are Link, Marth, Ike, Meta Knight, and Sir Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins. I was very confused for just a second. Sir Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins, a valiant knight known for his relentless determination and ability to overcome insurmountable odds. Very not really obscure, really, but kind of an out there pick. I like it. Okay, so then Team Gnomes. You read some of these already. Toad, Pikmin. Did you already read Chibi Robo?
Yeah, Chibi Robo.
Chibi Robo. One. And Villager from Animal Crossing. Representing the peaceful inhabitants of the forest. They use their knowledge of the terrain and crafty tools to defend their home. So they didn't give more gnomes.
I mean, kind of not, but I mean, they mentioned Toad. They're numerous, so it's like multiple Toads and multiple Pikmin.
Yeah, and then multiple
and then potentially multiple villagers representing the peaceful inhabitants of the forest. They use their knowledge of the terrain, so.
All right. How do we want to go through this story here? We want to take a paragraph apiece?
Sure.
This is just like reading time in school. Okay. In the heart of the verdant forest, a sacred grove served as the battleground for an epic clash between two noble factions. The knights, driven by their code of honor, marched into the forest with banners high, seeking to prove their valor in battle. The gnomes, defenders of the forest, prepared to protect their home from any who threatened its serenity. Okay, this is sort of seeming good. Like they neither of them is evil outright, at least in the first paragraph.
As dawn broke, the knights led by the fearless Link advanced with a disciplined formation. The morning sun glinted off their armor, each step resonating with determination. The gnomes, under Olimar's strategic command, lay in wait among the thick foliage, their numbers hidden but vast.
Okay, Olimar's. So we have two natural leaders that have sort of formed in this, and that's
Olimar is the obvious choice.
Yeah, he does know how to lead armies. Actually, the battle began with a mighty charge from Ike, his Ragnell sword cleaving through the underbrush. Meta Knight darted through the trees, his swift strikes scattering the smaller gnome forces. Sir Arthur rallied the knights with his unwavering spirit, inspiring them to push forward. I do like that. His ability is just that he's very inspiring.
He's unwavering.
It's me. I'm Sir Arthur. Yeah.
But the gnomes had the advantage of the forest. The toads and Pikmin used the terrain to their advantage, launching surprise attacks from hidden burrows and treetops. Chibi Robo and the villagers set ingenious traps, slowing the knights' advance and causing chaos in their ranks.
Oh.
In all 5 of their ranks.
All 5 of their ranks. Well, the way that
I was like, yeah, Link, dude, they like
the way that Link that's being described, Link seems to be leading many knights, not just the 4.
Yeah, I was wondering how is.
Yeah, at least that's what I'm picking up is that this is an all-out war. There are actually huge amounts of people here. Link and Marth led a counterattack, their skill and leadership turning the tide momentarily. However, the gnomes' unity and resourcefulness began to overwhelm the knights. Olimar's strategic placement of Pikmin swarms created insurmountable obstacles, while the villagers' intimate knowledge of the forest paths allowed them to outmaneuver their heavily armored opponents.
I feel like the Pikmin created insurmountable obstacles. I mean, there are a lot of them, but I don't know how big of a thing they could build.
I think they are the
insurmountable
obstacle. Yeah, I'm just picturing swarms of Pikmin, just like you remember Indiana Jones, the Crystal Skull.
Oh yeah,
like the ants,
the huge ants.
Yeah, it's just Pikmin, like
carrying people into holes.
Yeah, carrying them back to the ship, and then they become planted. Isn't that kind of what happens in Pikmin 4? I feel like that's a thing.
Wait, what happens?
The Pikmin take the people back because they take things back to their ship, and then the ship turns that into Pikmin.
Yeah.
Right. That's a staple. They're like we brought food.
The
that
food dudes.
Yeah, they become Pikmin.
Yeah.
So I think they did that with like people in this, like player, not like characters
with full knights. How many Pikmin would it take to pick up one knight?
I don't know. A lot. Hit us with the closing paragraph.
As the sun reached its zenith, the battle reached a fever pitch. The knights fought valiantly, but the gnomes' sheer numbers and clever tactics began to wear them down. In a final decisive move, the gnomes encircled the knights, cutting off the retreat and overwhelming them with coordinated strikes.
Shoot. So we're going down here. The
outcome section.
The forest echoed with the sounds of battle, but as the day waned, it was clear who the victors were. The gnomes, fighting to protect their home, had triumphed over the knights. Though the knights had fought with honor and bravery, the gnomes' unity, resourcefulness, and intimate knowledge of the forest had given them the edge they needed. The knights, though defeated, were not dishonored. They had faced a worthy adversary and fought with all their might. The gnomes, respecting their bravery, allowed them to leave the forest peacefully, their honor intact. The battle of honor and home ended with newfound respect between the two factions, each recognizing the other's noble cause. Micah, would you believe it if I told you that's pretty much exactly how the TikTok trend went as well?
Sounds about right.
after the war that happened on July 4th between Knights and Gnomes, there were many, many posts from both Knights and Gnome alike saying that they understood each other and wanted to work together. And Knights were suddenly talking about this thing called the Great Deception, that they had been deceived, that the gnomes were never evil, and that there were dark forces at play. Some suspect wizards,
Seems like something a wizard would too.
but I suspect one wizard. I suspect one wizard, and his name starts with a Ganon and ends with a dwarf. And that would make a lot of sense here, wouldn't it? Wouldn't it?
It could.
Wouldn't it?
It could. I do think it's funny that it's the battle of honor and hope. The Knights driven by their code of honor.
They just wanted to fight.
Explanation. There's like, obviously fighting gnomes in the forest is an honorable thing to do.
yeah. I liked how they said like it's very honorable, and then Meta Knight's swatting at bushes. And this was a fun one. I liked this one. We're very hip with the TikTok trends.
Definitely.
So this is great. I think we have gnome approval. Gnomes win, but I think everybody kind of wins. I like how this ended. Even ChatGPT was like, we can't do this. We can't kill these people. They're all good people. They're all good. So everybody got to go home peacefully. I like this ending. And with that,
yep,
that's the ending of the episode. Micah, where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Twitch at Micah Prime. And
you can find me gallivanting about over on twitch.tv/Andros1, youtube.com/Andros1, Twitter, Andros1, TikTok, Andros1, and Instagram, Andros1. All those platforms. I do exclusive content on each of those platforms. So it's worthwhile to follow me on each and every single one of them, because there's stuff only available on TikTok, stuff only available on Twitch, stuff only available on YouTube, and vice versa. Vice versa on all the platforms I'm on. Where can people find the show, Micah?
That's a very good question.
I answer this every week. You've never paid attention to what I say?
No, I never pay attention because I always forget until this exact moment that I'm supposed to be finding something wise to say.
Oh. Micah is looking for words of wisdom. You can follow the show, Nintendo Pals. It's on every podcast listening platform. We're on YouTube and Twitter. And yeah, those are the places to find us. You can also join up our Discord. Fantastic community of folks over there that are all excited to talk about Nintendo. News is like as soon as it breaks, it shows up somewhere on the Discord. So yeah, if you want to be up to date on the latest in Nintendo news, you want a positive community to chat Nintendo stuff, this is the place. All right, Micah. With that, I think you close us out here with a wait. No. You got more time. You got more time because
right on.
Because
I definitely have already thought of the wise thing I'm about to say.
Because I need to shout out our fantastic supporters over on Patreon. Huge shout out and thank you to all of you guys that support us over there. You get, by supporting us on Patreon, you get access to our exclusive show, Nintendo Pals Plus, which is the show after the show, and then we post other things. And there are other bonuses as well. So huge shout out and thank you to T-Bone, Nick Lanoy, Fedorable Will, Monkey Thunder, Madison, aka Purple Riolu, Lava Plays, John Cummins, Lil Miss 7, Tim A, aka Neoprime33, aka Nindad number 4, Seth Sturgill, LPD, Spider Shan, and of course, Mute Dog the Gamer. Thank you all so much for the support you give to our show. We greatly appreciate it. Greatly appreciate it. And with that, Mike, I'll let you close us out here with our wise words of wisdom.
The man who wants you to trust him is the one you must fear the most.
So good. Thanks for listening, everybody. Bye.